Okay, so today I'm going to talk about nanomaterials and its types. Nanomaterials are materials that have one of their dimension in 1 to 100 nanometer range, and it can be any dimension or dimensions. So depending upon which dimension or dimensions are in 1 to 100 nanometer range, they are divided into different types. Into its different types, which are 0D, 1D materials, 2D nanomaterials and 3D. I don't count 3D because it is just a combination of all 0, 1 and 2D materials. Okay. So to explain these types of nanomaterials, first I have to tell you the concept of confinement. So what is confinement? It is a quantum effect which says that when a electron, suppose, is confined in a specific direction, it means that the electron is not supposed to move in that direction. It won't move in that direction. Okay. So depending on that, we can tell which material is 0D, 1D, and 2D. So let's go ahead. I am going to explain. So first of all, what are 0D nanomaterials? 0D nanomaterials are the materials that are confined in all three dimensions. All three dimensions. It means that the particle is not supposed to move in any of the directions. And I can portray it like this. Suppose this is a nanoparticle. We can also say quantum dots or nanodots. This particle has three dimensions, right? Every particle has three dimensions, x, y, z. X, y, and z. So in 0D materials, we can say that, or nanoparticles, we can also say these are nanoparticles. We can say that the electron is not supposed to move in that all these directions. This means that all these dimensions are in 1 to 100 nanometer range, and then they can't move in any of the directions. So going ahead, what are 1D nanomaterials? 1D nanomaterials are the materials that have two-dimension confined, which means the electron is not supposed to move in two dimensions, but it can move in one direction, in one dimension. These are nanowires, nanotubes. You must have heard of them, or even not, even if you haven't heard. This is the type of 1D nanomaterials. We call it nanotubes or nanowires. So suppose the electron is moving in this. So we can say that these are the three directions and the electron can only move in this direction. The other two directions are out of reach. They can't move in these directions, which means that only this direction is above 1 to 100 nanometer range. 100 nanometer range. Other two directions are in 1 to 100 nanometer range. So, what are 2D nanomaterials? By the same concept, they have one dimension confined, and they are free to move in two dimensions. Which mean the common example is thin film, thin film. These are nano wires. Mm. So, suppose this is the electron. It can move in this and it can move in this direction, but it is not supposed to move in this direction, which means these tick tick and this is cross. So these two directions are in greater than 1 to 100 nanometer range, and this one direction less than is less or equal to 1 to 100 nanometer range. So going ahead, what is 3D nanomaterial? It is nothing but a combination of all nanomaterials, which means it is a combination of 0D, 1D, and 2D, and it is quite different from the bulk because it has different, all the nanomaterials have different properties than their bulk, which means that these 3D bulk is also different from the original bulk. Okay.